One thing you got to make sure you do, back the right horse. It's interesting, you know, I was a little kid when I started betting on horse racing because I have a wild life. But typically you bet on a horse because you think it'll bring you money. You think it'll bring you something, deliver something. You risk a little, you give a little, and you get back, and more than you gave. And that's typically how people pick horses. I remember picking my first horse, and it looked fast, and it finished badly. And I got quickly better at picking horses rather than my naive looky-see and assessment. But you need to back the right horse. And when it comes to God, very rarely does it look like God is going to pay off. Very rarely does it look like God is the right horse to back. And that is great because God promises that a powerful delusion will be sent, and oh, it is. And it is the way in which God can separate the weeds from the wheat from the chaff, the goats from the lambs, the wrong from the right, the selfish from the selfless. It's how God does it. It's because He disguises and hides Himself in a way that if you are selfish, you will not find Him. If you are looking to God so it'll go better for you, rest assured He will be elusive to you, and you will come up with only an imitation that looks like the right horse, and you'll back that imitation, and over time you will feel dumb and ridiculous and regretful, and you will look longingly at moments in time when you might have backed God, the right horse, but lost it, and now time flies by and nothing really matters, nothing really counts. Yes, and you'll know you backed the wrong horse. But I love the fact, see, most preachers, quote unquote, would get up and tell you, back God and it'll work out for you. That is not my message. Hasn't ever been my message and will never be my message. It might work for you and it might not. But the fact is, right is right. And I will back God because He is right, whether it works out for me or not. Whether it works out for mine or not, we will back God because He is right. For most people, the definition of right is what works out best for them, or quote unquote, what's right for me. All this subjective babble. But I'll tell you, you back the right horse. And beware the powerful delusions that God sends you. There's a message, Who's Who, to try to help you work through, and it's on the website to help you work through who's who and who isn't who. It'd be worth a listen. But back the right horse. And the evidence of that is in the Bible. And the evidence of that is in your heart and soul. And you know when you've backed the wrong horse. It'd be good to confess as such and get straight. Go back to the teller window and say, I'd like to replace my bets because I'm a goofball. And we're all goofballs, so it's okay. Do that today.